In regards to black women not being protected, let me first state the obvious. No man.
There is so much to unpack. First off, you comparing black women to dirt and stating that rubies are in glass cases, so they should be protected, versus pulling up on the side of the road and finding some rocks. You're insinuating that only certain types of black women deserve to be protected, and they should act certain ways in order to be protected. Not to mention insinuating that only those specific types of black women have value. You then continue to say that you're protected because you listen to your brothers and your father, insinuating that she doesn't listen to the men around her. It's giving, what was she wearing? Respectability politics has you guys in a chokehold. Get it together.
So if you haven't heard, there was a situation that they're calling Brickgate, where this black woman went out and was acting all crazy, and then some dude allegedly, I want to say that one more time, allegedly attacked her with a brick. Yeah, she made a video speaking out about it. I actually did a long video essay about it on my main channel. Go and check that out on BX Beats Boy. Right, should be linked down in my homepage. But yeah, I did a video essay speaking on it, and there was a lot that a lot of people didn't say, like the fact that this woman was going around and attacking men on a regular basis and uploading it to TikTok, saying that this is a form of reparations and a whole bunch. Right, a lot of women didn't want to hear what men had to say about that. Now a woman has come out and decided to say her piece, and a lot of women don't want to hear that as well. Let's check this out, fam.
I made a video about black women and preventative protection and how if you want someone to protect you, you're going to have to listen to them and try to avoid being in dangerous situations. And because you guys didn't like what I said, I received death threats. People wish that someone would bust my car window and pistol whip me. People wish that some people or that they themselves could find me and hit me with a brick. All these young girls that are out here that are still wet behind the ears but are aging like milk and bananas calling me old. I'm not expecting y'all to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that, because I know y'all don't care. But I'm gonna say what I want regardless, because I don't receive my self-worth and validation based on what people say about me online. I proudly grew up in a time before all of that, and my self-worth and validation is based on my principles and my character. Some of y'all wouldn't know nothing about that. So I'll say this again, for the people that have sense, preventative protection is the best kind of protection. For every other crime that exists, we understand that preventative measures is the best way to avoid said crimes. If I don't want my car broken into or stolen or vandalized, I'm not gonna leave it unlocked with valuable things in my car. I know people personally who have gotten their car broken into several times. I've never gotten my car broken into, knock on wood. If I don't want to get robbed, I'm not going to go to the ATM late at night by myself, because that is not a wise decision to make. And you guys can say, well, that still doesn't stop people from getting robbed or their car getting stolen or whatever, but it greatly minimizes the risk. You feel me? Same thing when it comes to condoms and birth control. Condoms and birth control are not 100% effective, but it significantly minimizes the risk of you getting an STD or you getting pregnant. In addition to taking preventative measures by not being in dangerous places by yourself, actually listening to the men that tell you to take preventative measures is another way that will help to ensure your safety as a woman in this world. And to the ladies who have never had a man love them enough to try to prevent something bad from happening to them, you honestly have my sincere condolences. And to those of you who say, why don't you just tell men to stop abusing women? Why don't we hold them accountable? If telling someone to stop being an abuser, a thief, or a murderer worked, then the prisons, we wouldn't have a need for prisons. None of that would exist. So excuse me for living in the real world. I'm a very proactive kind of person. We can't change what happened in the past or things that have already happened to women, but we could help minimize the risk of those things happening in the future.
Sound like she was saying a whole bunch of honest things right there, but a lot of people didn't want to hear it. Why? Why? Because it's honest? Because it's real? Because it doesn't make you seem like you're the perfect victim that does nothing wrong? Is that the reason? Yeah, probably so. Let's hear what a lot of women had to say in there. Clap it.
I made a video about black women and preventative protection and how if you want someone to...
Everything she said in her other video sounds very familiar. Because it sounds like what slave owners used to tell their slaves to keep them from running away, to keep them from getting in danger. You know, if you just listen to me, you know, you won't be in danger. If you just stay on this plantation, there's no danger out there for you to get into. If you just listen to my rules, if you just be where you're supposed to be, if you just do what you're supposed to do, you will be protected. I will protect you. If you just stay on my plantation, I will just protect you. And it sounds a lot like, oh, the black boy who got arrested, he's very innocent, but he was a bad kid in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did some bad things. He got something on his record, even though he's very innocent in this situation right now. That's just like the girl everybody's talking about that's causing this uproar yet again as to why black men won't protect black women. We see that they're just not willing to protect black women, but yet no. It always comes back to black women. It always comes back to black women to deal with why black women aren't being protected.
Situations. And because you guys didn't like what I said, I received death threats.
While I don't agree with the whole unalive threat, let me take these off. While I don't agree with you getting threats, you did come up on this app comparing black women to dirt and rocks and how you were going to teach your sons who to and who not to protect by using this dirt and rock analogy. It's funny how you as a woman, as a black woman specifically, is giving advice to other black women on how to avoid certain situations when you literally couldn't take your own advice because you put yourself in a situation for this to happen to you. Do you know how invalidating that sounds? That's literally how you sounded in your last video. I saw someone on TikTok say, if you have a lot of males in your comment section, then you really need to rethink your opinion. How about this? Call your brother and your daddy that you were speaking about, and maybe they'll help you. I don't know.
Girls that are out here that are still wet behind the ears but are aging like milk and bananas calling me old.
So, she posted a video yesterday. If you know, you know. I can go back and watch that video, but it's gonna piss y'all off because it pissed me off. And the other video that she posted gonna piss y'all off too. So, I'm telling y'all now. But she basically said that she got unaliving threats, and I'm not sure if it was from just women and men. But then she also went on to double down on what she said. She said that if you're put in a preventable situation, basically like that's on you. Because if you knew that situation was going to be bad, you should have avoided that. Now, she can definitely say the same thing for herself, because she knew that speaking opposite of what was going on was definitely going to be a bad move. Because you as a black woman, you should know that sometimes there are preventable situations and sometimes they are not. Most of the time, they are not. You literally don't know if someone is going to take advantage of you when you wake up that morning or when you go on a date with that person. Like we all know how irrational and surprising men can be. And the people that are saying that, oh, they wouldn't jump in if they see like, you know, a stranger being assaulted by a man. That means that y'all know how violent men are. Y'all know that, oh, he's assaulting this woman. If I jump in, I'm gonna get the same thing. When we say protect black women, we mean protect black women from black men. Y'all know how violent they can be.
Overall, I think they're tripping. Without a doubt, fam. They're out of line, out of pocket. Straight up. Right? But nobody is going to tell them that. These are a lot of people that have been catered to and told that they did nothing wrong, that they're just victims. Right? Now, I'm not speaking up for the male that allegedly did what he did to this woman, but what I'm saying is we don't know all the details, and to just come out and assume the man is evil and that the woman is pure gold is crazy to me. That's just my personal opinion, but tell me what yours is down in the comment section. Hit the like button. Also, watch more videos. Tell me what you think. See you later.